Least I could do is listen. It's literature club after all. I mean, ah! Well, that's true. In fact, I might get started reading it, right? You don't have to. What are you saying? Just a moment ago, you were saying you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. Quickly grab the book, put it in my bag. Alright, fine. If I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah! Yeah. Gosh. Are you sure? You seem a bit apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something that I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. In this volume, I will murder everyone. Twice! I soon understand what Yuri means by reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but feeling is somewhat comforting. Oh, and he's dead. And she's dead. Oh, and he's dead. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just... Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk till it's up against Yuri's. Hold my book up. Come on, you can read too. Slide my desk up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of us. Between the two of them. Oh, and he's dead. Ah. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess it's kind of difficult to turn these pages. Why are they sticky? Here. Yuri makes her arm hold the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Take left arm and left side book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah! Do the same with my right arm so I'm on the right side of the book. That way I turn a page and Yuri slides under her left thumb after it flips to her side. But holding it like this, we're huddling even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me, because plot. So much plot. It's as if I could feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Turn the page. Here I am up on the stage. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted there for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again. Our eyes meet. I said Our eyes meet. Our eyes meet. Our eyes meet. There we go. I don't know if I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind. I'll be patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I could do. What? Since you've been patient with me. Yes, yes, I'm totally looking at your eyes. Totally at your eyes. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, we just assume we finish this page before me, so I just turn at my own volition. Yeah, totally looking at the book. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page feels almost like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it with her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but could you unbutton that a little? I mean, the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. You think so? How does she... Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways. But she also second guesses all of the things that she says and that she does. And why am I still talking and staring at her eyes? Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. Not that I'm doing anything wrong. Nothing wrong here. It's not like I can see in your head or anything. Not that I'm staring at your head. Damn it! But kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms. And, I see. I totally am going with that plot. All that plot. All that plot. You remain silent for a moment. But Luppy, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. It's so embarrassing you think that. What? Wait. I didn't mean it that way or anything. I was just staring at your boobs and got distracted. I mean, I'm sorry. I didn't really know that you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. Yeah, that's the ticket. Guess more I meant that's kind of cute. You used the kawaii desu word. Yes, I did. Wow, if that sets you off. Well, why are you saying all of a sudden? I'm saying I like your boobs. I mean your plot. Okay, everyone. I think it's time that we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. Sorry if I haven't been looking forward to this. If you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not that, it's fine. Yuri releases the hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright! That kind of hurt. I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or do you prefer I read it with you? I guess I don't have too much preference either way. In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It was really heavy on my thumb. Like, seriously, there's like 10,000 pages in this fucking thing. And she had the hardcover. It'd be more fun if I read with you after it picks up a bit, you know? That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters on your own time. Alright. I stand up. Make a mental note of where I left off in the book and I slip back into my bag. By the way, did you remember I read a poem last night? Yeah? Relaxation ends. My sphincter clenches. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. couldn't really find much inspiration. I'd never really done this before. Now everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sarah and Monica pull out their poems. Soria's wrinkled loose leaf spiraled notebooks. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers on composition notebook because, ooh, the differences. You can already see Monica's pristine handwriting where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Oh, totally going for Yuri first. Yuri seems to be most experienced. I should start with her. And you know, I've just been admiring the plot for hours. I can trust her opinion to be fair. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but ends up covering her whole face. I couldn't help but looking at your boobs, but you really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Nothing at all. I guess you're right. What am I getting nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot about masturbation before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. Actually, my first time, really. Be gentle. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly and looks at the poem again. Well, I know that I just, Yuri trails off, trying to find an excuse. She traces her fingers along the words of the poem, breaking it down more thoroughly. Dang. I didn't think I did that well, honestly. I just was making shit up. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that your specific writing habits are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I learned to pick up on them. I think most noticeable thing you recognize new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. Oh yeah, mine was totally deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style, separate them from the topic matter, and then they fit the two together. The end result that both style and expressiveness are weakened. Well, I'm pretty sure I expressed my masturbation habits very well there. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something that you're to be blamed for. There are many different skills, techniques that go to writing an even simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. Well, I'm always into trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki could be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me. Or to Natsuki. Mind if I read your poem now? Please do. Love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, it isn't supposed to be a literature club. The teardrifts of my hair illuminate breath of amber glow bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight. I have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but tinting the past. The light flickers, I flicker back. Took me a little while to discern that handwriting, I won't lie. I'm sorry you're having such terrible handwriting. You should be. I mean, no, it's fine. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. Yeah, totally. I totally didn't have a hard time reading that just now on my HD monitor. I told you it'd take a long time to read. Well, I don't just read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Sugoi? Desu. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even if it's a little short, it was really descriptive. I could really fear for that light. It wasn't too short. Usually I write longer poems. Like epics. Like Odyssey shit. Oh, not at all. Really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something that is a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Oh, like my masturbation poem. Or my poem about pooping. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Huh? Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Luppy. Really? Must have totally missed that point, you know, if it being about a fucking street light. Well, I suppose glance over it after all. Remember that poets often express their thoughts, feelings, and experience in their work. Yeah, like I was expressing masturbation after yesterday's club activities. Anyway, they usually do more than simply tell a story or paint a picture. Mine was a Jackson Pollock. In that case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a more solemn way of putting it. Hadn't even thought of that. Seriously, dude, it was about a fucking streetlight. That's impressive! It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive, too. Nah, mine was just about whacking off. If anything, I should probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all this. But in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Luppy. Me too.